Oh well, I'm just on the rooftop of this building. It's a very quiet neighborhood, and although it is quite crowded here and there are literally houses next to this building, I mean, it's really like, it doesn't really bother me, honestly. Even in such a crowded place, I feel like lonely, you know. I just feel like it's so fucking dead here. I I cannot hear a single noise from any house. Like it's fucking dead quiet here in this neighborhood. And honestly, that's enough of a sign that no one is really moving, you know. Nobody's really letting their voice be known. And I'm still here talking, letting my voice be known. I mean, for some reason I've discovered this ability that I can hear far distances. Like I can literally hear what's happening like I don't know how many kilometers apart, but I can hear someone. Like I can hear someone like when they're, I don't know, like it's hard to measure the distance, but I can hear someone when they're far away, if that makes any sense. Or like if there's any barrier or wall, I can still hear them clearly. Like I can still hear them quite clearly. I don't know, it's probably my hearing senses evolving. But honestly, it's quite dead here. It's like everyone is sleeping, you know? And I can only hear some cars or something from a distance. Like there's like a road like 1 kilometer away, and there are like many cars going here and there. That's all I can see and hear quite clearly. And then like so many vehicles. I just look at these vehicles, right? There are like hundreds of them passing by each minute. I just wonder, like, how is that changing anything at all? This kind of a movement, how is it changing anything at all? You know? It's only like, it's very, it's like people are in boxes, you know? People have taken the meaning of being in boxes like literally, like this far, you know? I mean, I don't see anyone on the rooftop right now of their buildings, of their respective buildings. Like no one is here to enjoy the sun, you know? I mean, even I'm rarely here, but I mean, there should be someone, you know, there should be someone enjoying the sun, because I know it's kind of like busy around here, but not even a single soul, not even a single soul is like getting the sun's heat today. Well, I accept that. It's not like I'm judging everyone here, but it's also dead quiet. It kind of makes you wonder, like, what is going on, you know? What is happening to this world here? What's truly happening? Like there is no movement, there is no action, there is nothing special happening. But life is really special. You can't put it into words. You'll only understand what I'm trying to say, like when you actually get the sun's heat, you know, it's energizing. It's like the yang energy, you know, it carries that entire yang energy, and it kind of uplifts your entire vibration. I think that's so important for us to have. especially when we're going through such a dark time, you know. I mean, it's frequent. It's really frequent. So I decided to balance that out today by actually coming up here on the rooftop all alone. And yeah, it's always all alone. What can I say? I can see the birds. I can see the sky. I can see the funny cloud shapes. It's really not a coincidence, honestly, the way the clouds are in the shape. And yeah, it feels like it's all my own reflection. You know, it's like these houses are like dead quiet because it's like my reflection, you know. It's like these parts of me that are just quiet, you know. They're just listening to the sun's vibration in a way. I guess I could take it that way because there are many other ways to take it. But yeah, I kind of prefer that way right now because I'm in need of some positive optimism, you know, like that cheering up in a way. So I'm trying to cheer up in a way, and I thought that maybe sun could help me with that because sun is like sun is a starlight, all right. Sun is the ultimate starlight of this entire system in a way. So funny how they call it a solar system, but it's really not a system. It's like an organization in a way. It's like I don't know. I just don't like to use the word system because by being aware of what the fuck is happening in this world, I feel like we could use a better word than system. You know. So the sun is like the ultimate starlight of our journey on this planet Earth. That's what we can say. So I cannot obviously look at it, but it's too bright. Fucking hell, okay. I'm acting like I'm so limited, but I've gazed at the sun before. And honestly, it kind of brings an imbalance to you. So it's better that you just feel the sun instead of like seeing it, if that makes any sense. But yeah, enough on that. Sun is just sun, you know. If it's the ultimate starlight, I think we need to acknowledge that it is the ultimate star for us in a way. And the moon is like obviously reflecting the star, and it's really just, I don't know, such a beautiful way to balance things out, you know, because the moonlight is apparently the starlight as well. If that makes any sense. But the moonlight is more like that version of starlight which starlight doesn't show in a way. You know, it really is called moonlight for a reason. And this moonlight, it pierces to everything. It brings light to the darkest of the darkest in a way. I don't know if I make any sense here, but I'm speaking like a child, whatever. I think the sun's energy is getting to me, but the moonlight is just moonlight, you know. It's really, it really reveals the darkest shadows in a way. I mean, is there really any difference between starlight and moonlight? But actually, no. What have I been saying? It's like both are so balanced that they both have their own way of showing their light, you know. The moonlight, it reflects the light. It reflects, it absorbs, and it becomes one with it. And the starlight is like the light of the starlight comes from its source. It comes from its own being, you know. And the sun obviously doesn't have any phases. It just yeah, it just comes and goes. But it never goes, actually. It's still there. It just comes like in cycles for us in our perspective. But the moon is quite special because it has its own phases. You know, it like it has this new moon where like it's not showing anything, like no light. And then there's a full moon, which is like the ultimate time for human beings to really not just human. I don't want to even use the term human. I want to use the term beings. So beings are just reflecting, introspecting, and actually their emotions just resurface. You know, it gets more enhanced in a way so that you're able to see like what's truly happening within you. You know, it's like you become one with the moon, basically. So the source within you, you start to see the light in it. You know, you start to really perceive it. You know, and that really enhances during the full moon in a way. Like for example, if you're angry and the truth is you're angry, you feel that emotion more strongly. And if you feel empowered, then you feel even more empowered than before, you know? Even thoughts are manifested during that time. And yeah, full moon is quite a ride, honestly. And new moon is like new beginnings, new cycles, you know? And yeah, the intensity is just strong when the full moon is out. I don't know, there is just something so special about the moon. That's why I just love the moon so much. Like, I don't know, like, I've had this obsession with moon since childhood. Like, for some reason, like, I just look at the moon and I'm just so mesmerized. Like, mesmerized in the sense that I just gaze at it, like no questions at all, you know? I don't question its existence. I'm like, I know why you're here. You know, it's like this knowing just comes within me. Like, I know. I just know why the moon is here. Like, there is nothing left for me to question when I look at the moon. And I'm just so amazed, like so speechless, you know? And I've just loved the moon always so much. It's really unconditional, but like I know its purpose. Like my entire being is jumping with excitement when it comes to moon because I just feel like I know like why it's there and why everything is happening the way it is. And the moon is like such a reassuring thing for me because it can remind oneself of their purpose, you know? And it really helps you connect more with your feminine energy. That's another point as well. So yeah, I feel like that's the reason why I feel like the full moon is like quite the balance, because that's when the moon is like fully reflecting its one side, and like the other side is like fully dark in a way. I mean, the side it does not show to the earth, obviously, but yeah, it is quite the balance, and I feel like my intuition is just you know it just knows like why you're here, like, and that's why I feel like the moon is like a soul companion here. Like the moon is like the goddess in a way, and the sun is like the god in a way. So it's like I don't know, it's a feeling. It's all the feeling. You can't see, you can just feel. Even during the daytime, I can feel the moon, I can feel the. And by the way, moon is here. I can see the moon here, even in the daytime. Apparently. It is the last quarter, I think. I don't know, probably the first quarter. But it's half. Like, it's just half, yeah. I can see sun here on one side. Yes, it is quite a nice time to be here, actually. Because I can see both the moon and the sun, so... Yeah, it's just really reassuring, what can I say? And that's why I just love to talk to the moon, It's... No matter how alone I feel, when I see the moon, that loneliness just goes away. And that's something which I've experienced since childhood, in a way. Like, before I even awakened to any other truth, I awakened to the moon, like when I saw it, I knew its truth. Like, I knew, like, why is it here? And it's here for a reason. It's here for humanity, It's here for everyone, actually. Every living being here, honestly. Because Earth is like a bridge, in a way. And I feel like the moon and the sun are awesome companions here that we all really need at this time for us to really go through this experience in a way. Because these cycles of the moon and sun really heal a lot of things. I mean, that's the reason why people say time heals, in a way. But it's not exactly the time that heals you. It is the cycles, It is the sun coming up and down. Although it never comes up and down. I'm just saying it like it's a poem, So like the sun is just coming up and down, and so is the moon. And in that way, you're actually healing with it, The more it comes up and down, the more healing that's taking place within you. So I think time is quite equivalent to these cycles right now. So we could use the word time, but I would rather use the word these cycles, Okay, I don't know how to name things anymore. I don't know how to label anything anymore, but if that makes sense, it's just happening, It's happening, and the more it happens, the more we heal, essentially. So that's why time heals, period. That's why time heals everything, all sorrows and everything. Well then, I feel like we've talked enough, but at the same time I feel like there's so much more to talk about when it comes to the moon and the sun. I don't know, like, since childhood, it's not even a bizarre feeling, it's such a familiar feeling. It feels like what if the moon is so like my soulmate, I don't know, it's like that's how it felt since childhood. Like the vibe, it's the vibe of the moon and the way you vibe with it. Like, I don't know how to really explain this. Words are too limited to describe the experience, actually. But yeah, I feel like ever since I was like on this earth in my childhood, like whenever I looked at the moon, I felt this connection to it, And I felt like the moon was telling me that everything is going to be okay. And I listened to its voice, and I was like, yes, I agree with you, because you're here, I know everything will be fine. And yeah, it is that kind of a connection in a way. So I know I'm like personifying the moon here and blah blah blah, but the moon is its own being, just like Earth. So Mother Earth is really really in pain right now. That's why I guess we all are here. And the moon and the sun are like companions to help with the cycles and the experiences. And I feel like that's also divinely, beautifully orchestrated because it should really make you question something. Like, why are you even here? You know, and the moment you notice this beautiful orchestration, you're like, oh fuck, I know why I'm here. You know, like there are no more doubts about your own true purpose. So I feel like that's just such a beautiful reminder to observe in a way. I've been talking for 20 minutes now. I think I should just stop. Well then, that was me with my friends Sun and Moon today. And yeah. It was nice to talk, and it was nice to feel this reassurance here. And yeah, that's the end of this audio then.